We are in Greenwood Village, Colorado today. We want to show you one of the projects that was built by CCC. This is a home that is original to the area here in Greenwood Village, and we completed a main level renovation and also the back patio addition, outdoor kitchen area. Really changed up the whole feel of the main living area of this home. Let's go inside and check out some of the details on this project. Okay, so first let me show you the kitchen we did on this project down here. So originally there was a large pantry area here. There was a drop down ceiling and all the original cabinetry to this home. So we completely gutted the kitchen. We knocked out the pantry walls, did some work to structurally make it so we could open everything up and install the brand new kitchen. So we worked with EKD. They were the kitchen designer and supplier for this project. They designed the kitchen, great company over there. They supplied all of the cabinetry and the appliances. And we also worked with Patty Lockwood to design the other areas, one of my favorite designers I've worked with. But as far as this kitchen, let me show you some of the details. So we have stainless steel cabinetry. These are actually the appliances. So this is the fridge here, and then freezer drawer down below, and then the same exact thing. So they have another fridge here with freezer drawers down below. So a lot of storage for the refrigerators. We have a built-in coffee maker, a steam oven, and then more storage drawers right down below that. But the cabinetry in this kitchen was also two-tone. So not only do we have the stainless steel cabinetry, we have some painted cabinetry that was included in the island, the back wall, and these display cabinets. So this is actually like a gray with slight tones of lavender. The cabinet company made it specifically for this project. So no one else has these cabinets. It's a custom color for this owner. Then we can look at the range wall here. So again, we have stainless steel drawers. If you look, these drawers are actually curved all the way. So curved drawers kind of making this area stand out a little bit. Countertops are curved as well. So we have this 2-inch edge here on this area with a black countertop. We'll put in the description down below what countertop material we used, what backsplash material we used. We'll also put the information for the designers we worked with. So in this back area here for the range, what I like about it is you can turn on these lights right here and the hood lights. So you have a lot of lighting when you're actually using this space and cooking, but then you can turn off those lights and then you can see the backlit stone that we have overall. Something that EKD added to the project in the design, and something we've really included on a lot of our projects, is these doors on both sides that open. So you have an area for your spices. So you can see here, you open this up, you have a spot for spice storage back there. And then same thing on this side. They have so much storage, they don't even have enough spices to fill it. And when you close that, see, it's all soft close, so it's never gonna slam. But something that's truly unique is the client wanted to backlight the stone. Well, we were struggling with how do you backlight a door? How you do that with all the wiring and everything in there. Our PM came up with a great solution to make a track for all the wiring, so then we could backlight these panels on both sides. First time I've seen this, and I think our PM did a great job at coming up with this solution overall. This is the hood vent area up above. Again, it has that stainless steel cabinet accent. We walk around the corner here, let me show you this coplanar pantry. So here you have these large doors on both sides, but when you open it up, you have a nice little coffee bar, microwave, storage drawers down below. You close that, and then you open up this other side, and you have a full pantry area with pull-out drawers. Really, it's nice because then you can close it, and it completely goes away. Some more cabinetry panels here. We did a custom reeded glass door to separate out the living room from the kitchen. But you can see this opens and then closes, and is also soft close as well, so it will never slam. Let's look at the backsplash area here. So same countertop as the island over here on this back wall, but on the backsplash we use this stone and we backlit it. We use the product from Evo Light, and it's a color changeable backlighting. So we can change it from purple to white to different colors to whatever the client wants overall. But this makes it so that in the night, when we turn all the lights off, they can just have the stone backlit. But one thing that we did not want, we didn't want to have this nice stone that goes all the way over, up and over the window, and then have a bunch of outlets in here. So what we went for is these outlets underneath the cabinet here. Still serves the functionality of the outlets that you need. It meets code, but you don't see them. Something that EKD did on this kitchen is they put the kitchen sink offset from the window. A lot of times you'll see a kitchen sink centered on the window, but their theory was, well, if you're here cleaning up, doing dishes, you want to have a clear view out instead of looking right at the center bar of the window, which I thought was a great idea. I like that detail. It's not the only sink. We have this sink here and also another larger sink over on the island. And on this sink and that sink over there, we both have a hot and cold dispenser and these nice utility sinks with a lot of different accessories to make it so they're very usable. That's a general overview of the kitchen, but let me show you one of the coolest details of this kitchen, and it's the amethyst eating area here. It's amethyst stone, a precious stone. It goes down and has a waterfall edge, and we built a custom base for this. So a custom stainless steel base to accent those stainless steel areas in the kitchen. We also backlit it. So that's why you can see all these amazing detail of this precious stone. Really, it makes the whole kitchen pop and is the focal point of this kitchen. But what's really cool about this is what it looks like in the dark. That's the kitchen, but let me show you the breakfast nook over here. It's right off the kitchen. In the breakfast nook here, these windows originally were about this tall. We changed the structure of this whole breakfast nook area so we could increase the height of all the windows so it makes it feel more open. But then we thought, well, we also want to make it look seamless overall. So we built the ceiling down and we hid all of the window coverings all the way around in here. So you don't really see them, but when we need to, we can put the window coverings down. For the most part, they have them up so they can enjoy their view and also all the outdoor space that she's worked very hard to maintain over the years. So this is the breakfast nook, just some small changes. We didn't do a lot. Inlay on the floor, change the windows, change the ceiling a little bit, but a big difference overall to making it feel more open in this space. Let's check out the Panda door that we did on this project. So this is an $80,000 door from Panda, very custom, completely made just for this project. What makes it so expensive? Well, originally when we came to this home, there was just these flat doors, French doors, standard doors that just swung open, but really they weren't reused at all because they didn't work very good. So we got this Panda door. It's one door all the way across. It's a multi-slide door that opens from the center, and it's a curved door. So it accents the curve of the house. But in addition to being a curved door, it also has curved glass. If you look at this, the glass here is actually curved. It really is custom to the radius of this exact opening. Now, when you open it up, you can look at this here. It opens all the way up to this side, and then we can open up this other panel here so that you truly have an indoor-outdoor space. Now, this is a whole deck addition and outdoor patio area that we also built for this project. You can see how now when they're entertaining guests, really you have this open atmosphere where you can go inside and outside without any problem. Okay, so let's go outside and see some of the outdoor area that we did on this project. So originally this home had a deck, but the deck stopped right about here. So now all of that was added on. This deck patio cover was added as well. And you can see some of the original details. So if we look like the handrail over there, that's the original handrail. And we made sure to match those original details. So we didn't have to rebuild the entire handrail, but really just add on to it. Very custom detail that's unique to this home. We also include this water fire feature. This was a big part of the design overall. All of it is custom stonework that we did in-house, as well as the fire feature and the bench behind. Also radius glass back there, so it really matches that Panda door, mirrors to the bench behind it. So when you walk in, you can see straight out to this area, the water fire feature, all the way to the radius glass back there. One other feature that I really like on outdoor spaces in Colorado, fall time, being able to enjoy outside with your family, is having an outdoor TV to watch a game. So this is a TV that we put in. We actually opted to just use a weather resistant TV, so it's an outdoor TV. Okay, and then we walk over this area, so we have an outdoor dining area, and then a nice big umbrella with a heavy base, so even through storms you can keep the umbrella up for shade. One other important aspect of this home is our owner loves to plant flowers. Really looks awesome. I wish she'd come to my house and do it because it looks amazing out here. But we have planters here, and we wanted to make sure that you didn't see any of the irrigation lines. So the irrigation lines were actually planned to pop up right into these planters, so you don't see any of that. But yet it does what it needs to do to water all the flowers. And we walk over to this area over here. We have our outdoor kitchen area. So we used a leathered black onyx, I believe is what this is, countertop material. Then we have a refrigerator here, cabinet here, Lynx grill, as well as hood vent. So that's very important when you're building an outdoor kitchen space to get that smoke out of the cooking area. So what's really cool about this is when you're cooking, this takes all the smoke right out of here and pushes it up above the roof. So when you're sitting here, you're not gonna smell all those cooking fumes that you typically would when you're grilling. And then we have a sink, another storage cabinet, and then a ice maker, which according to our guy Embers, that's an essential for an outdoor kitchen. We finished the face of this outdoor kitchen with this natural stone, but it's got this textured finish to it. So it really does give it that custom look. As far as the deck, if you look at it, it's all porcelain stone. This is not just a typical Trex deck or even concrete. This is a very high-end product that truly does make this space awesome. So let's look at one other area on this project. So right here, this used to be a coat closet, but the owners had another coat closet they used. They didn't use this very often. So we took the coat closet out and we made this built-in in our shop for records. So we have all this record storage here. There's more record storage in here and drawers down below, but then the record player ties into the whole home speaker system so that they can play a record here and it really play throughout the house. This was very important to the client, and I think it's one of the cooler details in this project. But let me show you one of my favorite rooms. So in this room, before we go in, check out these door handles, mother of pearl inlay there. And we open these doors and we have the piano room. It's one of my favorite spots in the house. And you can see in the floor, we did an oval inlay with mother of pearl as well, with this black porcelain tile to really accent the area where the piano is. Now the piano as well is tied into the whole home speaker system. The piano will actually play songs that play throughout the house in the speakers. And then on the walls, we finished it with some wallpaper that was handmade. So then as we walk over to the other side of the room, we can see we have this fireplace here. They used the original fireplace, but changed up all the finishes. I really like this stone that we put on it. It has this nice little subtle detail of texture to it, but looks black overall with a ledge. But something very unique to this home, something I've never done before until this project, is we hired a museum lighting expert. So let's go ahead and turn off the lights, and I want to show you what this light fixture looks like. So if you look up above here, it just looks like a typical light fixture, but this is a museum grade art light. So it specifically lights only the art on a photo. So it really brings out all these different colors that you normally wouldn't see with just a typical can light or a typical light thrown its way. It's a subtle detail that makes a huge difference in how the art within this home looks overall. I hope you enjoyed a few of the details on this project. Really, there were thousands of details that went into this project. But at this point in time, it's time for us to go build another house, and it's time for you to get out of here. And then if we look over here, we can see our
lovely big camera.